Good evening, students. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will start a new chapter, that is direct and inverse variation. The chapter is your direct and inverse variation. So we will discuss only direct variation in this session and solve the worksheet 1 questions regarding direct variation, and in the next session we will discuss the inverse variation. Clear? So today we will discuss only direct variation. What is direct variation and how we will do these problems using this direct variation. So before understand this direct variation, suppose we have two quantities. One quantity is x and the another quantity is y. One quantity is your x and the another quantity is your y. Now direct variation is if x increases, if this quantity, that is if x increases, the y will also increase. Clear? And if x decreases, the quantity y, that will also decrease. Clear? So in case of direct variation, if the two quantities are x and y, so if x increases, y will also increase. If x decreases, y will also decrease. This is the direct variation. Clear? Now the rule of direct variation says, if there are two quantities x and y, such that if x increases, y will also increase. If x decreases, y will also decrease. That means the quantity x by y will remain constant. I am repeating again, listen very carefully. If there are two quantities x and y, such that if x increases, y will also increase. If x decreases, y will also decrease, such that x by y is always constant. X by y is always constant. That will be your direct variation. Only then we can say that x by y is the direct variation. Clear? Suppose the quantity x is number of members in your family. This is the quantity x, number of members in your family, and y is the consumption of milk. Now think very carefully that if the number of members in your family increases, that means if x increases, then consumption of milk will also increase, because if there are suppose number of members in your family was previously 40. Number of members in your family was previously 40, and for that you need 20 liters of milk every day. When the number of family is 40, number of members in your family is 40. Now if after 1 week, if the number of family becomes 20, that means number of family increases, then consumption of milk will also increase, because more number of family will require more consumption of milk. They will need more milk. That means if the number of family is increased, then consumption of milk will also increase. So this is the case of direct variation. That means x increases, number of family increases, and then the consumption of milk will also increase. So this is the case of direct variation. Another example, suppose x is your number of chocolates. X is your number of chocolates, and y is price of one chocolate. X is the number of chocolates and y is the price of one chocolate. Now if number of chocolates increases, that means in case of suppose you go to a shop and you buy 10 chocolates. And the price of one chocolate is 2 rupees. In the next day, you again go to the shop and then you bought 20 chocolates. Then the price of one chocolate will be rupees 2 again. Clear? That means if you buy more number of chocolates, then you will have to pay a large amount. If you buy more number of chocolates, you will have to pay a large amount. When you have bought 10 chocolates and the price of one chocolate is 2, that means you will give shopkeeper rupees 20. when you have 10 chocolates, when you have bought 10 chocolates and the price of one chocolate is rupees 2, then you will pay rupees 20 for 10 chocolates to the shopkeeper. In the next day you bought 20 chocolates and the price of one chocolate is rupees 2. That means you will pay now rupees 40 for 20 chocolates. That means the number of chocolate increases and the price will also increase. If the number of chocolates increases, then price will also increase. That means it is also case of direct variation. That means if x increases, y will also increase. Clear? So that means if two quantities x and y are related in such a way that if x increases, that means if one quantity increases, the other quantity will also increase, and if a quantity decreases, then their corresponding quantity also decrease. Then we can say that the two quantities are in direct variation. That means quantity x by quantity y will always be constant. Clear? Let me clear you by giving an example so that this concept will be clear. Suppose if we take a example, suppose there are this is a check box. Now there are two quantities. One quantity is time and the another quantity is number of bottles. One quantity is your time and the another quantity is your number of bottles. Now number of time is suppose 6 hours. Time suppose 6, time is here in hours. Time is suppose 6 hours. So in 6 hours number of bottles can be manufactured be 840. Listen carefully. In 6 hours number of bottles can be manufactured number of bottles can be manufactured is 840. That means in 6 hours number of bottles can be manufactured 840. Then if the time becomes 5 hours, then find out the number of bottles manufactured. The question is this. I am repeating again. In 6 hours number of bottles manufactured is 840. Then how many bottles can be manufactured in 5 hours? So we will see whether this question is direct variation or not. We will see whether we will check whether this question is in direct variation or not, because if it is direct variation the approach will be different, and if this is an inverse variation then the approach will be different. Clear? So when I will discuss in the next session inverse variation, then you can easily compare the two process. In this session we will discuss only about direct variation. That means to solve these problems, whether it is direct variation or inverse variation, we will check first whether the given question is in your direct variation or it is in inverse variation. Now what is the process? Just study the question very carefully, that if in 6 hours the number of bottles can be manufactured is 840, then how many bottles can be manufactured in 5 hours? So we will just split the data in the tabular form. Clear? So you can clearly understand that this is a question of direct variation, because in 6 hours if the number of bottles be manufactured 840, then time decreases, that means time is now 5 hours. Time decreases, that means the number of bottles will also decrease, because in 5 hours you cannot construct more number of bottles. You cannot construct more than 840 bottles. You will made only bottles which will be less than 840, because time decreases. If time decreases, number of bottles will also decrease. That means the two quantity decreases. That means it is a case of direct variation. So in case of direct variation, we know that the quantity x and quantity y will always remain constant. Clear? So how we will solve this question? Now this is the quantity x and this is the quantity y. This is the quantity x and this is the quantity y. That means 6 by 840 is your x by y. This is x, this is y. Clear? And in this case this is also x, this is also y. Therefore we will write 5 by, suppose this is the k, suppose. Clear? So this quantity is your x and this quantity is your y. So this is x by y means 6 by 840, and this is also x, this is also y. That means if you arrange this in pattern of x by y, that is x by y, x is your 5, and suppose this is the, let it is k, that means x by y. Now solve this to get the value of k. So cross multiply, 6k equal to 5 into 840 and k equals to 5 into 840 divided by 6. that means it is 700. So number of bottles in 5 hours will be 700. So in this way we will solve these questions. Clear? So we will now solve questions from worksheet 1. This is your direct variation. Clear? So just solve these questions and you will have a better idea how to solve this question. So question number 1 from worksheet 1. Fill in the missing terms in the following tables if x and y vary directly. Now clearly it mentions that x and y vary directly. It is mentioned that x and y vary directly. So let me first draw the table. So the table is like this. This is x, this is y. 6 by 18, 8, 12, and this is 63 and 5. So we will fill up these tables. Clear? Now as this is direct variation, because the question clearly mentions x and y vary directly, that means x by y will be constant according to the rule of direct variation. So we will write x by y, that means 6 by 18. If you reduce, it will be 1 by 3. Now as it is a direct variation, x by y will remain constant. That means if x by y equals to 1 by 3, x by y is here 1 by 3, then all these cases the value of x by y will be 1 by 3. Clear? As this is a direct variation case, the question clearly says the x and y vary directly. That means we first check the value of x by y. It is 1 by 3. So this is your 1 by 3, and as it is a direct variation, the x by y will be constant. That means x by y is 1 by 3. Then all the values x by y will be your 1 by 3. We will check. Clear? And then fill up this table. Now next. Now suppose this is the blank. So let the value of y will be k. Let the value of y here will be k. That means x by y, x is your 8 and y is your, let it is k. Let it is k. Clear? So find out the value of k. Therefore x by y is 1 by 3. X by y is 1 by 3. So put the value of x by y 1 by 3, 8 by k. So that is k is your 24. That means k is 24. So you will write 24 here. Just erase this and write 24 and check whether it is now y is your 24. Clear? In the same way we will find these boxes too. Clear? So I will just erase it. Just take a screenshot or write down in your copy. I am going to erase it. So that means x by is so the value of y will be 24 in the first box. Then again x by y. So x is your 12. That is y. So suppose this is your L. Suppose this is your L. The value of y is L. So write down L. Therefore x by y is here 1 by 3. That means 12 by L. So cross multiply L is your 36. So erase it and write down 36. Just erase this. Clear? Next again we will find the value of x in the same way as we have done the values of y. Now x by y. Clear? So the value of x is not given. Let it be suppose let it be a. Let it be a. You can take any alphabet except x and y, because x and y are given. So you can take any alphabet. Suppose this is a and this is your 63. Again x by y, it is 1 by 3. It is 1 by 3. So put the value of x by y. A by 63. Now calculate the value of a, that is 3 into a. Just cross multiply 63. So a will be 63 by 3. Just reduce, the value of a will be 21. So write down the value here, it is 21. Clear? Now check the x by y is 1 by 3 in this box. The x by y is here 1 by 3. Now check if it is 1 by 3 in these 3 boxes or not. If it is 3, if in the 3 boxes it is 1 by 3, then x by is here constant and then the values will be correct. Clear? So 8 by 24, if you reduce, 8 ones are 8, 8 threes are 24, that means 1 by 3. So it is 1 by 3 in this case. Now reduce this, 12 ones are 12, 12 threes are 36, so it is also 1 by 3. Now reduce 21s are 21, 21 3s are 63, it is also 1 by 3. That means all these boxes it is 1 by 3. That means x by y is constant. That means these values are correct. Clear? So the values of y will be, this is 24, this is 36, and the value of x will be your 21. So we will solve this type of questions in this way. Clear? Just don't write this 1 by 3 over there in your exam. I have done this just to make you better understand. Clear? So in this way we will solve these questions. Now next, so there are two more questions in your worksheet. Just try to solve those two tables in the same approach. Clear? Next, question 2. Now word problems. The question says 5 bags of rice weigh 150 kg. How many such bags of rice will weigh 100 kg? Now before going into word problems, first read the questions carefully and check whether the questions are in direct variation or in inverse variation. If it is direct variation, then we will solve the question according to the direct variation approach, and if it is inverse variation, we will solve the question according to inverse variation approach. Clear? So at first we will check whether it is direct variation or inverse variation, then we will go to the second step. Clear? So just read the questions again. 5 bags of rice weigh 150 kg. How many such bags of rice will weigh 100 kg? Now 150 kg is the weight of 5 bags. That means we have to find out the number of bags having weight 100 kg. That means the weight decreases. So if weight decreases, the number of bags will also decrease. This is a general concept. If the weight decreases from 150 kg to 100 kg, that means the number of bags will also decrease. That means both the quantity decreases. So it is a case of in direct variation. If both the quantity decreases or if both the quantity increases, that is your direct variation. So the question is clearly in your direct variation. Now just put this data in the tabular form. So there are two quantities. One quantity is your number of bags and another quantity is your weight of the bags. So just construct the table according to the data. So there are two quantities. One quantity is the number of bags, so we will write here number of bags, and another quantity is weight of bags. Weight of bag, this is given in kg, so just write the unit in bracket. Now 5 bags of rice weigh 150 kg. So if the number of bags is 5, its weight is 150 kg. Now if the bags weight is 100 kg, then find how many such bags will be there. So let there are x number of bags. Just suppose there are x number of bags. So write this, let such number of bags will be x. Now we have to find out x. So as it is a case of direct variation, then x by y is your constant. That is the rule. So we will take x by y. So this is your x, this is your y. That means x by y is this. Now this is your x, this is your y. That means x by y. Clear? Now solve x. So just cross multiply 150 into x. This is 5 into 100. That means 500. Now x is your 500, this is your 150. Next, this is actually your 900 kg. This is not 100 kg, this is 9 over here. This is 900 kg. Clear? So I will this is your 900 kg. So this is your 900 and this will be your, therefore 5 into 90. Clear? This is, I am repeating this, this was not your 100 kg, this is given in 900 kg. Clear? This is your 900 kg, not 100 kg. So as this is 900 kg, so this will be your 900. That means x by 900. This is x by 900. So if you multiply 5 into 900. Clear? Now reduce. 0, 1 0 will reduce. Now 15, 5 3s are 15. Therefore 330. So your answer will be x equal to 30. That means 30 bags will be required. That means 30 bags will weigh
100 kg. So just write down your answer. 30 bags will weigh 900 kg. This is the answer. So in this way we will solve these questions. Clear? Next. So question number 2 solved. Just read the questions and try to make a tabular form with the given data and solve as per the approach. Next question, question number 4. Question number 4 says a motorboat covers 20 km in 4 hours. What distance will it cover in 7 hours? So check whether it is direct variation or it is inverse variation. So in 4 hours it covers 20 km. So in 7 hours what distance will it cover? So now see carefully, the time already increased. That means from 4 hours to 7 hours. So if time increases, the distance will also increase. If in 4 hours it goes 20 km, so in 7 hours it will go more than 20 km, because time increases. That means if time increases, the distance will also increase. There are, in this question there are two quantities. One is the time and another one is your distance. So in 4 hours if it goes 20 km, so in 7 hours it will go more than 20 km, because time increases, so distance will also increase. This is a general concept. So it is a case of direct variation. Now put this data in the tabular form. So there are two quantities. One is your time and the another one is your distance. So try to make box. One is your time and the another is your distance. So time is given in hours, so write in hours, and distance given in kilometer, so in kilometer. So in 4 hours motorboat covers 20 km. So in 4 hours motorboat covers 20 km. So in 7 hours how many distance it will cover? So take x. That means in 7 hours let the distance covered be x kilometer. So just write down, let in 7 hours x kilometer of distance will it cover. Clear? So now it is a direct variation. So x by y will be constant as per the rule. Therefore what is the x? This is your x, this is your y. So x by y means 4 by 20. So 4 by 20 equals to, now it is 7 by x. So if you x by y, this is your x and this quantity is your y, that means 7 by x. Clear? So this is your x by y. So just cross multiply 4 into x equal to, it is 140, 7 into 20. So x will be 140 divided by 4, 35. So x will be equal to 35, that means 35 kilometers. So in 7 hours it will cover 35 kilometers of distance. So just write down, this is your answer. In 7 hours it will cover 35 kilometers. Clear? So in this way we will solve this type of questions. Next question number 6. So question number 6. Question number 6 says, if 12 women can weave 15 meters of cloth in a day, how many meters of cloth can be woven by 20 women in a day? Read the questions very carefully. If 12 women can weave 15 meters of cloth in a day, how many meters of cloth can be woven by 20 women? Now their number of women is 20, number of women is 12, number of women is 12, and cloth woven be 15 meter. So if the number of women now number of women becomes 20, that means number of women increases. So if number of women increases, then the cloth woven will also increase, because if 12 women can weave 15 meter of cloth, now 20 women will weave more than 15 meter, because number of women increases. If number of women increases, then the cloth woven also increase, because number of women will increases. So it is a case of direct variation. So we will solve this question as per the approach of direct variation. So now there are two quantities. One is your number of women and the another is your cloth woven. Number of women and the another quantity is cloth woven. So put this data in the table. There are two quantities. One is your number of women, and another is your cloth woven or cloth wave. Clear? One quantity is a number of women, other quantity is your cloth wave, and cloth wave is given in meter. So just write, this is actually in meter. Clear? Now number of women is 12. When the number of women is 12, cloth wave can be done in 15 meter. So now if there are 20 women, find out the cloth woven. So let it be x. Therefore let x meter of cloth be woven by 20 women. We will suppose we will take that x meter of cloth can be woven by 20 women. So therefore let x meter of cloth can be woven by 20 women. Now same as previous questions, this is your x, this is your y. So x by y is your 12 by 15. This is your x, this is your y, that means 20 by x. That means x by y equals to x by y. X by y equals to x by y, because we know in case of direct variation x by y will remain constant. That is the rule of direct variation. So we will apply this rule in direct variation questions. So x by y will be equals to x by y. Now solve x. Therefore 12 into x equals to 15 into 20. X equals to 15 into 20 by 12. 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15, 4 5s are 20. That means 5 5s are 25. That means x equal to 25. That means 25 meter. Therefore 20 women will wave 25 meter of cloth in a day. That will be your answer. So just write, therefore 20 women will wave 25 meter of cloth in a day. Clear? Clear? So question number 6 solved. Next question number 9. Next is your question number 9. Next question number 9. So question number 9 says Rohan takes 14 steps in covering a distance of 2.8 km. What distance would he cover in 150 steps? That means number of steps and distance. There are two quantities, number of steps and distance. So in 14 steps, distance covered 2.8 km. Therefore in 150 steps, the distance will be more than 2.8 because steps number increases. Number of steps increases from 14 to 150. That means covered distance will also increase. If you cover 2.8 km in 14 steps, then in 150 steps you will cover more than 2.8 km because number of steps increases. That means the distance covered will also increase. That means it is a direct variation. Therefore we will solve this question as per the approach of direct variation. So there are two quantities, one is your number of steps, another one is your distance covered. So draw a table. One quantity is number of steps and the second is distance covered. It is given in kilometer. So in 14 steps the distance covered is 2.8 km. Therefore in 150 steps distance covered will be x kilometer. So we will write that let x kilometer distance would be covered. This is distance. Clear? This is distance. Let x kilometer distance would be covered in 150 steps. In 150 steps. That means next again, as there is a direct variation, so x by y is constant. So it is, this is your x, this is your y. That means x by y is this, Also this is your x, this is your y, so x by y will be your 150 by x. You can take any variable except x. If this is if you confuse, don't confuse this. If you want to take any variable rather than x, you can take. Clear? But try to understand very carefully that as there is a direct variation, so x by y will always be constant. So the first quantity will be your x and the second quantity will be your y. That means x by y means 14 by 2.8, and as this is the x, this is also x, this is y, this is also your y. Clear? So that means x by y is your 150 by x, this is your 150 by x. Clear? Now try to solve and extract the value of x. So cross multiply, 14 into x is your 150 into 2.8. Now the value of x is your 150 into 2.8 divided by 14. So put the decimal, this is 0. So 14 2s are 28, that means 15 2s are 30. That means 30 kilometer distance he will cover in 150 steps. So just write, therefore 30 kilometer distance he would cover in 150 steps. This is your answer. 30 kilometer will be your answer. Clear? So this is the question solved. Next, last question, question number 12, and the worksheet will complete. Question number 12. Question number 12. So question number 12 says a laborer gets rupees 675 for 9 days of work. How many days should he work to get rupees 900? So there are two quantities. One is your amount, that means the laborer got, that means amount or money, and second quantity is your number of days. So that means in 9 days the laborer got rupees 675. So to get rupees 900, how many days he should work? So clearly, if he got rupees 675 for 9 days of work, to get rupees 900, the laborer will do extra work. That means if he got rupees 675 for 9 days, so to get rupees 900, he will do work more number of days, because the amount or wage the laborer receive is increased. That means the number of days will also the number of days will be also increased, because to get extra amount or to get increased amount, the laborer need to work more. That means the laborer will work more number of days. That means the two quantity will increase. That means the amount, if the amount increases, the number of days will also increase. Clear? That is in the case of direct variation. So there are two quantities. One is your amount or wage. You can write wage, that is amount, and number of days. So there are two quantities. One is wage, that is the laborer got. This is given in rupees, and another one is your number of days. So wages received rupees 675 for 9 days of work. So to get rupees 900, let he will do work x days, x number of days. So just write, let he should work x number of days to get rupees 900. Clear? Now this is x, this is y. As it is a case of direct variation, so x by y will always be constant. That is the rule of direct variation. So this is your x, this is your y. That means x by y means 675 9. So this is also x, this is also y. So x by y means this. Clear? X by y will equals to x by y. So solve. Now 675 into x equals to 9 into 900. Therefore x equals to 9 into 900 divided by 675. So reduce it by 5. 135. 5 180 again reduced by 5, 27, 36 reduced by 9, 3 reduced by 3, so that is 12. That means x is equals to 12. So he will have to work for 12 days to get rupees 900. So just write here, he will have to work 12 days to get rupees 900. This will be your answer. Just write, he will work 12 days to get rupees 900. Bracket answer. So question number 12 complete. That means the chapter worksheet 1, the worksheet 1 is complete. In the next session we will discuss inverse variation, that is your worksheet 2, and the chapter will be complete. Clear? So that's all for today. Good night.